Hi everyone. I want to share with you a little piece that I have now called the ego trip. Although it's a little bit of a different ego trip than what most people would think of. So I remember really clearly one day when my best friend really startled me into an awareness. She doesn't know that she did this. Someday I'll share it with her. But after what was probably my millionth self-deprecating comment, she said to me, "You know, Amber, if you talk to me the way that you talk to yourself, I would hate you. I would literally disown you as a friend." And when she said this to me, I, for some reason, woke up out of some sort of process that I had been in for years and years and years of my life, where I would belittle myself, I would put myself down, I would have all kinds of negative thoughts that would spiral in my head. This might be familiar to you. It is to most women that I talk with. And so I want to share a little bit with you about my process, my journey in terms of how I dealt with this. So at first, naturally, I went the easy route and said, I'm just going to tell myself to stop it. Every time I have a negative thought, I'm just going to say, stop it. Do you think that worked? It didn't at all. In fact, what happened is the voice came back even louder. And so I was literally having a shouting match in my head, which of course is not effective. And so I tried another method. I decided that, I would just stay positive all the time. I'd start with affirmations in the beginning of the day. Affirmations are wonderful things, but I would really just force myself into being positive all the time. And if you've ever tried a diet, you know what happened. I ended up doing what we do with food, which is binge eating on all my negative thoughts. I'd do great for 2 days, and then I would have this, cupcake fest with negative thinking. It would just be everything I could cram into my head that was negative. And so I realized that as I was doing this, I was also beating myself up for the negative thinking. So I was negative thinking about negative thinking, which was also fun, but not effective at all. And so one day a mentor said to me, Amber, have you ever considered the fact that your ego is talking to you? Those voices in your head, the negative thoughts are something called your ego, which is there essentially to keep you safe. And so it started this process for me of thinking about what that might mean. Why would my ego be acting in this way to keep me safe? And I ended up doing what I felt was probably the most enlightening process of my life, of starting to call my ego in as a friend. I started to have a dialogue with my ego, and I've now befriended her. I have a very special name for her that I will share with you sometime. And one of those times might be my women's retreat that's coming up in March. So if you're interested or intrigued, or if this piece speaks to you in some way and you want to learn the tools to be able to befriend your ego, please check out my March retreat coming up March 8th through 10th, 2013. Thanks, everyone.